All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the New York Jets in today's video. I have been licking my absolute chops. I got no more chops left to make this video. It took me an entire week, but I got to tell you, now that I've dissected this New York Jets draft class, first off, I think they had a stellar free agency. I love my man, Aaron Glenn. I love my man, Justin Fields. And by the way, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. I like Justin Fields. So I look at the Jets draft and I look at their free agency and I like it. And I know at 7 overall, Armond Muse, offensive tackle out of Missouri. Folks, I've got no disrespect to Will Campbell. I'm telling you right here, right now, this is the best tackle in the draft. This is the best right tackle in the entire draft. And you guys hopefully will have him for the next decade, right? So the new leadership over in New York, no nonsense pick. I know everybody wanted Tyler Warren, or at least, from a fan's perspective, I'm sure Tyler Warren was, a real nice, sexy looking pick, especially with Brock Bowers from Las Vegas a couple of seasons or 1 year ago. But Muse really completes this offensive line. And you guys been working on this since 2021. And this was the one weakness. The right tackle was the one weakness because Morgan Moses departed to New England. He just addresses it immediately. He's a natural right tackle. 94% of his snaps at Missouri occurred there. So right away, I don't know if you heard me snap. I hate touching let me know if anybody else hates this. I hate touching the tip of my pinky or the tip of my front finger, pointer finger to my thumb. I hate it, but I snapped. He was credited with just 1 sack over almost 400 pass blocking snaps last season, and it occurred in the first quarter of an October game against Auburn, but he challenged that. He said, in a call with New York reporters, that he didn't allow any sacks. He also turned many heads. This is where people were really bringing their eyes to Muse right when the season began, and people were mocking him. And some people were watching the film and they were mocking him in the top 10. And people were like, whoa, hold on there. Who's this guy? And so I'm just telling you, at the combine, he ran a 4.91 40-yard dash. Folks, since 2003, only 4 players weighing more than 330 pounds have gone under 5 seconds. Jason Peters in 2004, Dontari Poe in 2012, Greg Robinson 2014, and Jordan Davis 2022. So that offensive line is set, and Jordan Love's going to absolutely love right tackle Armond Muse. All right, moving to the second round. And by the way, I think we're only going up to round 4 because I've done this for a lot of teams in the NFL, and I always run out of time. So hit that like button, hit that sub button. We got plenty of Jets content coming all spring/summer, and I appreciate all of you guys who've been supporting us since the end of the season, because I haven't really made Jets content, and we started this year, and you guys love it, and I love you. So round 242, Mason Taylor. Now, like I said a minute ago, Tyler Warren was the sexy pick, and then you got the guy out of Michigan. Now, tight ends in college football are really interesting to me. College stats in general are really interesting. So when you draft Mason Taylor, what you're looking for here is the potential to become a well-rounded tight end, right? You're not looking for just big bursts. I'm not saying Tyler Warren is only a catcher, but what New York's looking for here is a long-term, maybe not this year, day 1 starter, long-term, complete tight end. This was a 3-year starter at LSU. He set school records for tight ends with 129 catches and 1,300 plus receiving yards. He was always consistent, but he never really took over a game. His single best performance in one game was only 63 yards. Not too much explosiveness after the catch, but once again, he's a tight end, doesn't really need that. And then a cool fact is he's the son of Hall of Famer Jason Taylor, who played for the Jets in 2010. But he's played over 2,300 snaps across his first 3 seasons. He doesn't turn 21 until May. I guess it's May 1st now. And his receiving production at 1.09 yards per route run, it's not the craziest stat, but what you're looking at here is the ability to develop into a complete, well-rounded tight end. So long-term, I absolutely love the Mason Taylor pick. And I got to tell you, before we get into round 373, this is my favorite pick for the Jets draft. And I was reading an article, I don't know if it was The Athletic or PFF or something like that, and they were saying this was a surprise. This is a reach. So round 373, the New York Jets selected Aaria Thomas, cornerback from Florida State. Now, the corners a strength for the Jets with Sauce Gardner back there. But the value is what Aaron Glenn's looking for here. Now he's 6'2", so that's the size Aaron Glenn wants with his cornerbacks. He had 15 pass breakups over his final 2 seasons. He only had 1 interception. He also ran a modest 4.58 40-yard dash. So some people are worried about his recovery speed, but Aaron Glenn does not care at all. He wants game speed. All right. He doesn't care about timed drills. He cares about game speed. So when Aaron Glenn's watching the film, he's watching the tape on Thomas, he's looking at the physicality. He's looking at, I mean, I just got this from a scout, 2-hand jam. He's basically pressing wide receivers right at the line of scrimmage. And I don't know if you guys watch Detroit Lions games. That's what the Lions have done ever since Aaron Glenn's gotten into, or formerly, the defensive coordinator job. But, Glenn, I'm going to trust him in that cornerback room. And so the stats maybe aren't too crazy, but this is kind of a cool stat. He finished the 2024 season with a 76.5 coverage grade. He also allowed just a 50.2 passer rating into his coverage and didn't give up a single touchdown. I know the cornerback room is deep, and I know what I'm about to utter out loud. It might sound a little bit crazy, but I'm telling you, this is the starting cornerback, maybe not this year or right away week 1. This is the starting quarterback opposite of CB1, all right? I'm telling you, go watch the film. Go watch his highlights. I'm telling you. Round 4, 110. People think this is risky. Sometimes you have to take risks. And at 110, I don't really think it's that risky. Arian Smith, wide receiver out of Georgia. He's so fast. 4.36 in the 40-yard dash. I mean, it's crazy. Quarterly last season, the 3rd-round pick, very underwhelming rookie season, right? So Smith led the Bulldogs, Georgia, with 817 receiving yards. A lot of it, folks, came on screens. That's how fast he is. But he does have a kind of scary is a bad word here, but he's got a little not great injury history, fractured wrist, torn meniscus, broken fibula, high ankle sprain. He's had 3 surgeries already. He's also drops a lot of footballs. So there is some risk here, but once again, Justin Fields with Garrett, that's going to be the main duo next season. But last year, there's a lot of potential there. Georgia, last season, it was his first time in a full starting role, earned a 57.1 PFF grade with 10 drops on 48 catches and just a 22% contested catch rate. So this isn't a 50-50 guy. This is a pure speed guy. And then finally, round 4, 130, we got Malai Moore, a trade, the first trade for your GM. Moved up 15 spots to grab him, extremely versatile. We're talking about a 4-year starter at Alabama. I don't care if they have Nick Saban, which they did for most of his college career, but if you're a 4-year starter at Alabama, I think you might be a pretty solid NFL caliber player. So they gave up a couple of picks, finished his career with 7 interceptions, 31 passes defended. Once again, not crazy speed, not crazy size, but he is very well-rounded and, long-term. I know Andre Cisco was brought in here, but that other starting spot's up for grabs, and I'm pretty sure he's going to win it. So, folks, that's it for me. I got to make a golf podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Give me your favorite pick from the New York Jets and your gem of the draft for that team. Thank you for watching. That's it from me. We'll see you soon. Peace.